brace yourself to meet a powerhouse of purpose. Who believes in the saying of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? Dreams are not that you see on sleep. Dreams are that do not let you sleep. From commanding airfields to commanding attention on global stages. This retired flight lieutenant Sonali Shirpurkar is not just a name. She is a movement. An aeronautical engineer, an MBA IT in IT systems, and an IIMC alumna, Sonali served with a distinction in the Indian Air Force as an aeronautical engineering officer. Today, she flies higher in a different sky as the founder and CEO of Upskill with Sonali, driving transformation through leadership, performance, and life skills. She is an internationally certified soft skill trainer, a posh practitioner, a podcast host of Men's Talk Town, a Kathak Visharad, and the proud title holder of Mrs. India Adventurous. With 17 plus years of cross sector experience and 5,000 plus lives impacted worldwide, her story is one of the relentless invention. Her mission to shape bold minds, kind hearts, and fierce leaders. And today, she brings us a keynote that is nothing short of a battle cry. Dare to stare the adversity into your sharpest leadership edge. It is not just a talk, my friends. It is an invitation to turn setbacks into your strongest strand points. So get ready to be moved, inspired, and transformed. Put your hands together for the indomitable retired flight lieutenant Sonali Shirpurkar. Sonali, the stage is all yours and the timer will be started.
Thank you. I'm sharing my PPT. So is it visible?
Yes.
Right. Thank you. So I just want that each one of you enjoy the flow, and as we go by the presentation, you'll the things will unfold. So just be there and enjoy. Let me know if it's audible. Okay, just let me check once. I'll try once and we'll see. Okay, I think I got it. Thank you. And just check now. It's perfectly fine. But I think you all of you must have, or maybe most of you must have heard this song. How many of you heard this song earlier? Okay. So what does the feeling comes when you hear this song? What do you think? Anyone can answer if you've heard the song, and how do you feel about it?
Woman power.
Okay, women power. Also, can we say that she was a bit, reluctant or maybe scared earlier, and then she came out of it? That's the message you get. Do you agree with that?
The confidence grows as we start doing things.
Yes, yes. So today, the topic which I chose, Dare to Stare, it's to let the speakers also know that when they are on stage, how they can be better and how they can overcome their fear of speaking. So that is one of the aspects which I'm going to cover through Dare to Stare. So I want you to share a moment or an incident. You can share it in the chat box, that where you were on stage and you felt nervous or something didn't work, or maybe you went blank. So anything of this sort happened with anyone? If anyone would like to share or even put it in the chat.
I can share from my side.
Yes.
So there was one instant where I had to give a presentation where the target audience was set as a leaders.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to the session, the room is filled with freshers. So the presentation which I prepared, everything I had to scrap it. I had to do the impromptu, spontaneous, like on the spot speak at that point of time, because the content I prepared is, if I share or if I communicate, if I talk to the freshers, they might not even understand anything. They might get 30-40%, but not the 100% of the expectation from the content I prepared.
So you have to, thank you, Satish, for sharing that. And I must say that, you have to be flexible, or you need to change with according to the situation. And that's what, when I say that dare to stare, when I say this, it also means that when you face challenges or any kind of adversity, do you run from it, or do you actually stand there and face it and find a solution for it? So that is the theme of the day. So let me share with you a very personal story. So as from the photo, you can see that this is my this is an event where I was crowned Mrs. India, and I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, Sonali.
Okay. So what actually happened, that just before the eve of the competition, I picked up a infection and food poisoning, and I was totally ill. The worst part was there was no one from my family, and among the 50 contestants, I was the only person there who was without anyone from the family or near and dear one. So it was really challenging for me. And as I went on the stage the next day, I think I was totally not in a position to be there, to stand there. And this was a dream I had conceived, I think, almost from school days. So it was more than 20 years, 25 years that I was thinking of being on a stage, a model, or maybe, walk the ramp. And it was about to come true. And just before that, unfortunately, I fell ill. So the first thought at night was going on in my mind was that I don't think I will be able to go on the stage, and maybe I need to just tell them that. I think I had a very good roommate who supported me a lot, and she pushed me. But again, I would like to say that it's your willpower, and it's what you think, and in that moment, do you push yourself? Are you able to come out of it? Are you ready to face that and go ahead and take up the challenge? Because considering that situation, I was totally feeling that, okay, this is not happening with me. And in Air Force, there is a very famous saying: when pilots fly, they often say that this will never happen to me, this doesn't happen to me. So the meaning is that when they actually fly, uh, and there are various clouds, various types of situation, the clouds, the rain, or any kind of storm, they say that this will never happen with me. If any of them have to eject out of the aircraft, and if they have to just face that situation, every pilots go through that feeling of this will never happen with me. So I think somewhere in our lives we operate in that situation कि मेरे साथ तो ये नहीं होगा, उसके घर में बिजली गिरी है, मेरे यहाँ तो नहीं गिरेगी, मेरे हाथ को एक नहीं आएगा, मैं कभी किसी मुसीबत में नहीं फंसूंगा या नहीं फंसूंगी. So this usually is a feeling. We do call it optimism, or we do call it positiveness. However, in a way, we are not prepared for it. So whenever this kind of situation or incidents happens, first and foremost thing happens is we are taken aback, we freeze, and we are not ready to face it because we are not mentally available. So I think this thing exactly happened the same, because I was, in a way, 3 days happened in a flow, a lot of rounds, and I was very confident, and it was going on really well. And just the night before, when I fell ill, the first thought came to my mind was, it's not me, it's not me. And early morning, we had 6 a.m, we had to report for another round. It was quite tough. So I think this is where we really need to stand for ourselves And we just need to face that situation and see how we can maneuver through the challenge. So the next day, I did go on the stage. I did my best. I gave all the answers, whatever, and as much I could, because I had not eaten the whole day and the previous day, of course, because I was vomiting. And this is what actually happened in this. So in the photo, I might look very, very bright, probably, but the background story is that. So I I feel that as we fall or as we face these situations, how we actually fight through it, and we have to look a way forward. So though I have a framework, I have decorated a framework and all that, all those things, I still feel that it's something which has to come from within, because each person is independent, is individual, the mindset is different, the background is different, the upbringing is different. So how you will face a challenge, I may not be able to face in a similar way. The important point is to prepare ourselves, keep preparing. So when I say, as speakers, do we fail or do we might fail? Yes, it may happen to any of us. And I think some of you who are seasoned speakers here, they might be able to share many incidences which they have already gone through. So when we are on the global stage or national stage and such thing happens, so how do we actually prepare ourselves? So I think first and foremost is being present in the situation, knowing what is happening around, being aware of the situation is extremely important. Accepting that something has happened, accepting that something wrong has happened is extremely important. Wrong, negative, or a challenge, whatever you can call it, it is very important, because at times when we deny that, that is the time we fail or we are not able to find a solution. So first thing is to accept, and the next thing is to breathe, uh, and take a pause, because I think I can again share a similar incident when this happened while I was in Air Force, and this was in my first posting, when I had to give my first station briefing in front of the station commander, and the entire station was there, and I froze, because everything I had to talk over there was about my unit and about the work we were doing. And it was the very first time that I was in front of the senior officers. So as I stood and I said, check mic and all that. So he said, Sonali, the mic and everything is already checked. You just start. And with that voice and everything, I froze. I literally froze. So there I took some time. I said that, sir, I just need a minute, please. And I went and drank water, a glass of water. I came back and then I gave my presentation. So, see, the people are not bad, or maybe the audience could vary. However, it's that moment where you might feel overwhelmed, or you might feel underprepared, or there can be so many reasons. So, as I was saying, the first thing is to accept the situation, stay calm, breathe, and next is to see what you can do best. Can you take a minute? Can you reshuffle your, if you're really not ready, can you just reshuffle your chants over there and ask them that, I just need some more time to gather my thoughts, and then go ahead. And if not, just take step back, take a minute. We all are humans, and then I think we all make mistakes. So it's perfectly fine. We should not bother about it. And after that, I think we'll be in a better position to just speak up. After this, it's also important to reflect back what went wrong, why it went wrong, what went wrong, because it may not be always you as a person which has gone wrong. It could be a glitch in the PPT, like just happened, where the volume was not working, or maybe the recording was, the video was not playing properly. So it could be that. It's fine, it's fine. So that you just need to move on, with whatever it is and focus on the main topic or agenda. And next is to be more prepared, be think, reflect back, be more prepared and take it forward, and also find a solution. And last but not the least, share your experiences with others, so they also have, they can also gather some examples, some strength, some insights from your experiences. So that is, I think, as a speaker, we can do for our speaker fraternity with others when they are new in the field, and you can give them some tips in speaking. So this is kind of a framework which I came up with. However, I think most of the things I've spoken about, and this is, I would like you to take back that whatever challenges you faced as a speaker, how would you deal with it? And the most important thing is not to repeat them. It's important that the mistakes don't get repeated unless they are not in your control. Unless. So stand your ground in the face of challenges. So that is, be present, be aware, think of the solution. Like Satish gave a very good example of being flexible. It's very important to be flexible, see the audience and change your stance, change your examples, change your, maybe modify your speech. All that is required at times, which I'm sure you all will agree. Reflect deeply, extract meaning, and rise stronger. So failure or making mistakes is not a big thing, I believe, but learning from it is definitely important. So we must keep learning for ourselves and for our growth. And also share, as I already mentioned, that please share with others your insights, which will help others. So there is a small exercise which I want you to do. So I want all of you to just take a minute and read this statement and write the 2 pointers in the chat box if you can. So like, you dare to stare at what? Because it makes you what? A more better or stronger or whatever leader. So can we do that quickly? Can I have some answers in the chat? It can be anything from your experience, from your own past reflections. Okay, so we have, okay, I'll just stop sharing because I think I'm already done with the PPT part. What is the answer we have? My setbacks, because it makes me live out of fuller life as an individual. That's so wonderful, Needu, and I think that's really important because we all talk a lot about, I think, setbacks and failures and resilience, but when it comes, I personally, I can say that I have frozen at times, I have shivered at times, and I've cried at times, not realizing what to do, not realizing literally what to do. So it's important, and how we become stronger, I think, with experience and with practice. So Manish has written myself and confident. Satish writes, thank you, Manish. I dare to stare at the way I learn because it makes me a focused individual. Wow. So thank you so much for contributing this. And I hope as speakers, we all become more vocal, determined, and more approachable to others. So that's all. And thank you. And I'm open for questions.
It was wonderful, Sonali.
Thank
Because It will be one moment where every speaker feels like I'm failed at this moment. And you took me like 25 years down the lane where I was studying my grade 6 on a teacher's day speech. I didn't have a paper in my hand. I forgot the entire topic. I in front of like almost 700 to 800 school students.